having an ego and being confident in your ego, being confident in your body, being confident in your personality, in your experiences and your knowledge, having the fortitude, having the audacity to speak it and say it out loud, to share your gifts with others and be confident in what that gift is, and being able to explain, vocalize, and communicate exactly the value that you bring, because that is all a part of the ego. Sometimes people think that you're boasting or you're being extra, you're over exaggerating your capabilities, when really you just know who you are. Really, you just know the value that you bring, the confidence that you bring, the worth that you bring, and how you can help a situation. And sometimes other people just don't know how to experience that. They don't know how to take it in. They don't know how to use you. So therefore, they want to belittle you, or they want you to be more humble. No. If you know your value, if you know your intelligence, if you know that you're skilled in this experience, you should be able to vocalize that. You should be able to communicate that. And how you communicate it is a whole nother story, a whole nother topic. We can get on communication. But the fact that you're communicating is the first step. Even if they don't take it as a positive, even if they can't relate to your ability to boast about yourself, your ability to have an ego, your ability to know your worth, even if they can't see it as valuable, you do. You know your value. You know your worth. You have an ego about yourself. You take pride in your standards. You take pride in how you carry yourself. You take pride in your appearance. You take pride in your knowledge. You take pride in the experiences that you've had. You take pride in your relationships that you've built. And if they can't recognize that, then that's another problem. But you being able to communicate that and verbalize your worth, verbalize your value, have a ABC statement of this is who I am and this is what I can do and this is how I help people and this is how I can help you. You knowing your worth, you knowing the value of your business, of your product, of your knowledge, of your service is the first step. And most of the times, we don't even get the opportunities that we want, that we can afford, because we don't know how to verbalize our value. We don't know how to verbalize and communicate what we bring to the table. I need you to have an ego about yourself. I need you to know that you're beautiful. I need you to know that ... fill in the blank for yourself. Intelligent, worthy, smart, energetic, charismatic. I need you to know that you know how to build relationships, you know how to build rapport. I need you to know that your voice is heard and respected. I need you to know that can't nobody else do what you do. Can't nobody else see what you see. You have an eye for this. You have experience in this. You have spent your life doing this in one way or another, even if you didn't know what you were doing at the time. Now that you can verbalize and say, hey, I have experience in social media because I've been on social media since a baby. I know how to communicate marketing strategies and marketing ideas because I have been keen to this. I pay attention to this. I'm observant. I'm a natural introvert, so therefore I see things differently. I pay attention. I scope the room. I'm an observer. I may not be a communicator. I may not be someone who is outwardly friendly and energetic and a life of the party. That's not my calling. But I can observe the mood switch that happened in that corner over there. I can observe the atmosphere in the mood that the creator was going for. I can feel the energy shifts. I can take notes on the order of the program and where they went wrong and where they were trying to go and how they were trying to get there. I can take notes on the crowd that was there and notice the potential in the room. I may not be the charismatic one that's going to go up to everyone and introduce myself and say, hey, and get to know them and have small talk. That's not me. And if that's not you, then you should have ego and pride about what you do bring. Have ego and pride about what you do offer. If you're a person of the details like me, if you're a natural observer like me, then you know that I have not been professionally doing this, but I have a keen eye for detail. I have a keen eye for personalities. I have a keen eye for mood shifts. I know what I'm talking about. I have an experience in this. I have an education in this. It's my job to be able to communicate that. And to communicate that, I have to practice communicating. So I'm telling you, communicate to you. Whether you take it as positively as I'm communicating it to you, it's not really my concern. Being confident in the fact that you've taken the time to work on you, to communicate your value, to communicate your energy and your focus and your strengths. Most people, when you ask them what their strengths are, what they're best known for, where their experiences has led them, greatest characteristic, all of those interview questions, most of them don't know. They don't know how to communicate their value. They don't know how to communicate their presence. Your energy, your body, your smile, your charisma is a presence. And it's valued to different people at different levels. And depending on your experience, depending on your energy level, it may be taken at different levels, but there's still value in it. There's still value in your opinion. There's still value in your expertise. Even if they, whoever you're communicating to, can't see it. Even if they, whoever you're communicating to, has a different opinion, your opinion still holds value, because without you stating your opinion, you would not give them the opportunity to state their opinion. My opinion brings growth. My opinion brings out your creative abilities. My opinion brings out your expression. So therefore it holds value. So therefore you can communicate what your thoughts are. Whether you agree with my opinion or not, whether you agree with my value or not, it still holds value. And I need you to know that I'm here to give you value. I'm not here for my health. I'm not here for you to project on me. I'm not here for you to judge me. I need you to know what value you bring. I need you to know what your skills are, what your expertise are, not what you're working on. No, not necessarily where you want to be. Not necessarily how you want to be perceived. Not necessarily what such and such done said about what you are, who you are, where you've been. I need you to know your value and communicate it effectively. And that means reading the room. That means reading the people who you're talking to. That means being aware of the key differences between you and a competitor. That means being aware that you have competition. So therefore, you need to be prepared. Therefore, you need to be expressive. Therefore, you need to put yourself in a mind state of, I'm going to do this. It's already done because I'm the best at it. Because my opinion is the best. Because I have thought about X, Y, and Z. Because I have already examined the possibilities. Because I know where I'm going. Because I know where I want to take this conversation, this interaction, this relationship. I have a roadmap. Once you get to the place where you have a roadmap, where you've thought of the possibilities, and you can communicate that, that's when people will accept your expertise. That's when people will accept your knowledge and accept your experiences and put you on a higher pedestal than you may put yourself. Value your opinion more than you may value yourself, because they have use for it. Because they have a platform for it. Because they want to use you. Because they want to invest in you. Because they want to experience your greatness. Your greatness and your experience adds to their greatness and their experience. You are an additive. You are the salt. You are the seasoning. You give their experience value because of just who you are, because of the ability to express your greatness. Because you have the ability to express your greatness, they have the ability to see it. Because you have the ability to have an ego. Because you have the ability to know your worth, to express yourself, to have an opinion, to be introverted or extroverted, to read the room, to look at the details, to feel the mood switch, to have the expertise and the knowledge and the insightfulness that you have. Because you have that ability, you bring value to them. You bring value to these rooms. You bring value to these opportunities, this experience, this action, this whatever it may be that you're going for. First of all, you have a goal. Second of all, you are worthy of it. Not only are you worthy, you're needed. Not only are you needed, you're valued. Not only are you valued, You're expensive. They're going to pay for you because they cannot buy the experience that you have. They cannot buy the insightfulness that you have. They cannot get this anywhere. It's special in you and you alone. Can't nobody else do it like you do. And I need you to have an ego about that. I need you to have a standard about that. I need you to know that you're not going to get this nowhere else. And because I know that, because you know that, you've prepared for the situation. You've prepared your pitch. You know what you're going to say. You're aware of what their comeback may be, what their objections may be, and you know how to objection handle. You know the sales pitch. You know the objections. You know come on, time, money, opportunity, it's yours.